Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Hanifita Akbar, a student of the Department of Environmental Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, Universitas Andalas, with student ID number is 2210942011. So, in this video, I will review the content of a journal with title Sanitation Behavior Among the Flood Disaster Victims in Bukit Tinggi City, Southwest Sumatra. Okay, so this video is created to fulfill the assignment for the Disaster Management and Environmental Infrastructure course. So before we go to the journal review, there are the several part of my presentation. Start for the introduction, the general things about the plot, uh, sanitation and mitigation, and also and the next part is the journal review, and next I will give the some suggestion based on the journal and my opinion, and the next part is the mitigation, and the last one I will try to explain the mitigation of the flood disaster, and last one is the conclusion. So for the first one, introduction, I will give some general information about the disaster, floods, and sanitation. So for the first one is disaster. It's event threatening and disturbing community life caused by natural, non-natural, or human factors and resulting in loss of life, environmental damage, property loss, and psychological impact. So the disaster, the plot is the part of the disaster that caused by the natural disaster, but also can be part of non-natural disaster, as the human factor. And next, for the plot itself, is the event or condition where the area or land is submerged due to increase of water volume, and the floods are caused by various factors. The first one is high fall that occur in Indonesia, and snow melt uh, like usually occur in the uh, west country, and also water blackfall, and the last one is topography and drainage. Okay, next, uh, the type of floods can be divided into the river overflow, tidal floods, urban flooding, and flash floods. And the floods have significant impact for human and also environmental. The impact are the first is the loss of life and injuries, and also property damage, and so can cause economic losses, environmental damage, and clean water crisis, which the environmental damage will be, and clean water crisis also will be discussed in the journal. So next, for the preparedness measure, is a crucial thing in reducing the impact of floods. So the first is the early warning, and the receiving flood warning quickly is the key to safe evacuation, and flood infrastructure such as building labs, drainage system, and etc. And public awareness, education the public about the safety measure during the flood and the role in the preparation. And the last one is weather monitoring, when the good weather monitoring can help the predict floods. Okay, for the next is the sanitation. So floods can affect the sanitation. Sanitation is the effort made to ensure the fulfillment of health requirements through the sanitation development. So in the plots, clean water supply post-flood is vital for safe bedroom use, into adding which clean utensil health. Also, dirty water and inadequate sanitation after floods can lead to essential worm infection, re-stunning, and the general one is the diarrhea in children. And for the cleaning sanitation, it can start with checking water pipelines, ensuring proper waste disposal, and also to cleaning bedrooms. So there are some they are the basic sanitation efforts. The first one is providing clean water. The next one is human waste disposal. Is toilet and waste management, and the last one is wastewater disposal or sewage. Okay, we go to the journal. The journal that I will be explain is the uh, part of Sriwijaya Journal of Environmental with title Sanitation Waiver Among the Flood Disaster Victims in Bukit Tinggi City, South Sumatra, uh, with the author Putri Nilamsari and Arya Gusti when released in 2018. And for the objective, the research was conducted using the quantitative approach to identify sanitation behavior among the residents affected by the floods and involving 47 respondents selected through the proportional random sampling method. Okay, I have a video, but the plot Bukit Tinggi in 2005 that related into the journal review, but we will start discuss about the journal. First, for the introduction, as I said before, was conducted in Bukit Tinggi, and Bukit Tinggi is faced recurrent flooding during the peak rainfall month, which November, May, and August, and more than 20 floods have submerged in Bukit Tinggi and affecting the health significantly, and the diarrhea and also skin disease and occur due to the flooding. And in this case, only 3 of 24 urban villages have the low sanitation risks, and the flood-prone area heighten disease risks, highlighting the need for the better catering facilities, waste management, and sewage system. And the flood worsened Bukit Tinggi Sanitation Index, damaging immediate action. Okay, next for the method, as I said before, is the quantitative study and behavior among the 105 flood affected households in 2015, and the sample is 47 respondents, and then conducted from June until July 2017. Data collected on stool disposal, liquid and solid waste disposal, and washing plastic via interview and Alexander and via observation, and utilize the univariate analysis to describe the characteristic. And then the literature review of tinggi health documentation is used to identify disease associated with the flooding in the flood prone areas. So this the table of uh, the table shows the data that got from the observation. So most of respondents have high education level, which is senior high school more than 28, following by the college more than 13. More than half of the respondents have income below regional minimum wage, and the high we have to know that the high education level will lead people to have a good behavior among the healthy life and good personal hygiene. So the second table shows that almost all respondents have their own toilet, more than 95, but 42 of them using public toilet, and also 78 of respondent toilet and in septic tanks, and most of them use antiseptic when then they clear their toilet, and 41 respondents who have children use disposable diapers to dispose the children's stool and in garbage bin. Okay, for the next data is shows in table 3 is liquid waste disposal behavior, and as we can see in the slide, more than half respondents discharge their liquid waste into the holes to the pipes, which more than 61%, but still found some household discharge into the toilet, more than 10%, and more than half respondents have the sewage channel in poor condition with some damage and blockage that we can see in the slide. And for the table 4, that shows that 72 more than 72 respondents do not separate their waste, and more than 87 doesn't improve in the solid bank program, and 78 of them dump the waste to the temporary dump site and hug waste bag before picked up by the sanitary officer front of their house. And last data is about the hand washing practice. So for the hand washing practice, as we can see in the slide, more than half of respondents wash their hands with running water and soap. However, they still have a bad habit that only 29.7% wash their hands before the cooking, and only 42 before and after feeding the child. So we have to know that hand washing show the reduction in sanitation related to disease around 13, and of the 43 and until 53% in South if South is used. So after we know the introduction about the study, the method also, and the result of the research, we can point some conclusion. The first is the majority of the flood affected residents represent having higher education and owning their own homes and low income, that shows in the first table, and many use public toilet even though they have their own, as shows in table 2, and toilet waste goes into the septic tank and it often cleaned with antiseptic, and also almost half use disposal diapers for their children, which are then thrown in the trash, and few dispose of the waste to toilets due to poor drainage system, and most do not separate waste or participate in waste bank program, and almost all solid waste in dumped in temporary disposal sites, and the majority wash their hand with soap, but few do not before the cooking. So that's all for the conclusion of this study, Next, I will give some suggestion, not for the journal, but about the mitigation that we can learn from this journal. So I will give some suggestion from the journal and my opinion. So for the suggestion, s- so the first is the socializing. It's importance of sanitation to community valuable to plot. So this one is should be increased and taking for the community leaders in raising awareness of clean lines and health. Also regular education for ancient public understanding of sanitation and utilizing local research to convey national message, and also encouraging cooperation between the government, non-government organization, and the private sector in preventing the sanitation-related disease, and also providing the incentives to communities maintaining environmental clean lines. And the last one is conducting periodic monitoring and evaluation to assess the effectiveness of the sanitation programs. So that's about the suggestion. And the next part is that I will try to uh, explain about the mitigation for uh, a flood disaster. When the disaster is the mitigation is a series of efforts to reduce the risk disaster both through the physical construction and raising the awareness and improving the ability to face disaster threats. So the mitigation is divided into three stages. The first one is before the disaster occur. The next one is when the disaster occur, and the last one after the disaster occur. So for the first one is before the disaster, we have to knowing the warming terms related to the flood danger, and also knowing the permeability level in our resident, whether it is in flood frozen, and knowing ways to protect our home, also our self when before the disaster occur. And the next one, when the disaster occur, so if a flood is imminent in your area, we have to listen the information from various media sources and hence check the preparedness. If the flood occurs, we have to evacuate the higher ground immediately. Evacuation of the undercurrent water channel, puddles, and other water flows area. And we also have to follow the step that shows in this slide. Okay, for the last one is after the disaster. So after the disaster, the important one is we have to avoid floodwaters due to possible contaminant with hazard substance and the risk of electro electrocution. And we have to caution with electrical installation and avoid the moving water, and also avoid area with the water has just resided because of the road may close the sinks. And also we have to follow this step in the slide, and that's all for the mitigation of the flood. The next one, the last one, I will give some conclusion. So I'll already talk about uh, things about the floods and sanitation, also disaster, and the review of a journal, and also suggestion, and little about mitigation plot. And so this the conclusion of my presentation. So plot is impact the environmental sanitation, and for I give suggestion that government should promote sanitation importance and empower community leaders to raise awareness for the cleaning living. And the last one is for the mitigation effort. Government, non-government organization, and communities vital to the lessen floods and related sanitation issues, both disaster deadlines. So that's all from my presentation, and this is the sources that I took to who make this presentation. So I apologize if there is any mistake. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.